Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Let's Play Cities Skylines, a modded series. This is the River Run map, and we're playing in Nezodam City. I believe we're in episode 61. Before this recording, I had a little problem with my audio, so I'm glad it's now fixed. There's a detection error that happened after doing a Windows update that my audio device was not detected, but hopefully it's much better now. But anyway, what we're doing in this episode, you saw me fix that S-curve that's underneath the highway interchange we had so much trouble with in the past couple of weeks, and we're probably going to have a couple more episodes trying to fix this thing, because this is definitely a red area. Before I'm gonna move on to different tiles, I really need to fix this, as well as come to see the other parts of the city. We're going to need to fix the other intersections as well to get up to 90%. And anyway, here we are. We're going to delete all these parts, the underground sections that were a good way to hide the traffic, I guess, but it wasn't really that effective. So we're going to restore this part. This is the oil industry part. We're putting back the one-way roads, and underneath that area we're also going to look at the overpasses, probably restore them so that the different parts of these industry areas can reach each other, because they all are needed in order to make the specialized good of paper, which is the paper mill factory, which is what we are so proud to have as the mayor. So what I'm doing here is plotting the roads that I need with the dirt roads. You've seen my previous episodes, I use these dirt areas or dirt roads in order to map where I need to go. So I'm finding the center of each part. Anyway, if you like these kind of things, this is a challenge of the city, to not pause the game and to use green energy whenever possible. That's the basis of Nezodam City. If you want to see more episodes like this one, be sure to like this video. Also, feel free to subscribe and ding that bell, and I'll have content every 3 days. But anyway, look at this overpass. It's kind of wonky. I think I eventually remove these. So the idea behind these single roads, I'm restoring what I originally had, just because in my mind I thought that we had manageable traffic before, and I wanted to restore that. So I was going to return the avenues onto and then use on-ramps and off-ramps in order to divvy the traffic from the highway to these avenues. But I forget that these avenues, I had 3 ways of entering and exiting these areas. One from the top. So there are 3 avenues, one from the top, one from the middle, and one from the bottom, and they all help divvy the traffic. what I'm doing here is a single one, which I later find out causes more traffic because there's only one way in or out with the way I designed it. So eventually I get to the point where I have a manageable traffic area, but that's later on. I don't think you'll see that for another couple of episodes. Just a reminder, I do these batch recordings just so that I could have time to edit them at the end. The last part of me is recording it with voice and then encoding it, which takes a couple of days. Anyway, so here is a bus station or a bus stop that lost all of its pathways. It doesn't seem to register as a bus terminal, so it's saying it has 0 passengers and 0 paths, even though the line is set. I think when I was removing the top part of the map where it connected this purple line, it removed those pathways and made the game confused. Anyway, so this is what the avenue looks like. So 4-way lane avenue. It should be a 6-lane road. I don't know why I made it 4 lanes. So here I'm trying to restore the bus line. You can see all the buses leaving. It corrects itself after I turn it off and on. So the game definitely got confused. Pathways got removed somehow. Here we are. If you've seen my previous episodes, you know that I do all these mappings of the roads or the paths with dirt roads. So I have a couple of them set out. I do this because it's cheap. There's low maintenance costs and allows me to do things like tight curves and tight areas. And all I have to do is upgrade those roads. Here we are redoing the double trumpet interchange. If you missed that previous episode, I can show you, or I'll provide you with a link in the description below. So be sure to check that out. Anyway, double trumpet interchange is probably one of the more challenging ones. Well, for me, because I have to think in reverse almost to mirror the other side of 2 different paths. So here's a trick I'm learning to map distance, the perfect distance for a curve to meet the bottom part, which is a 45-degree angle from the top to the bottom part will make a circle that's equidistant, where it's just right for the path. So each quarter I make the curves each quarter. It allows me to step down, so I step down each time to make it smooth. It's obviously not always very nice looking, because if you make a curve that's too small, it does get a little wonky, especially if there's different elevations of the land or the landscape is not quite hugging. So here I am noticing that there's a potential for traffic, so I just create its own road to make a path side for the on-ramp and off-ramp. Somehow I thought that it would help divvy traffic. We'll see how it goes. Here it is, looking for how the AI is reacting. It found a way to escape city. Now it's going, all the traffic's going up. They mostly seem like trucks that are trying to leave the city. They probably have goods to sell. So you can see my income in this game is gonna be red for a while because a lot of the paths have been severed. So leaving the city, imports and exports are halted right now. Yikes, it's a lot of traffic. So here, the difficult part is the mirroring. I was trying to make it exact, the curves, the length of them, but I think the top part of the map versus the bottom is a little bit more different, or it's a little bit more elevated. So I couldn't get the measurements quite right. So every time I do a quarter of these things, I do a step down from the lowest level of the elevation tool. It allows me to smoothly curve down to the lower level. So sometimes if you have the grid mapping, or not the grid, but the, what do you call it, line to grid turned on. It's not a line to grid. I can't really see the what it says, but if you have that thing on, road guidelines, then sometimes it makes it difficult to make the right lines. It'll snap to whatever's next to it and make a point which you don't intend to make. So here, I realize there's traffic on two sides of the road, so I'm making a dedicated road for the on-ramps and off-ramps. It still doesn't help all as I thought it would, but I eventually redo this, I believe, in a different episode. But the purpose of this thing, or doing it this way, is to bring back the old way of doing things, which obviously does not really work. If you do have suggestions, feel free to let me know. I did this episode before the next suggestion came up, so you might be saying why I didn't do your suggestion. It's not that I wasn't listening to you, it's just that I do these in batches, these episodes, as I know I mentioned before, I only have like an hour to devote to gaming each day. I guess on the weekends I might be able to put in more hours, but I'm trying to find a balance between things. I noticed when I used to do that, I used to be able to sit down and play for countless hours. I noticed there was an imbalance. And the weekends I spend doing marathon long runs or working out, which I have grown fond of. I need to maintain a level of fitness for my career, but I can't do that if I devote all of my time doing this thing. Once in a while is good, so moderation's good, which is the best advice I can give. So here, I did a two-way road, one road in each direction type of highway segment, so that people who need to get off a certain area can go to the highway, the northern part of the highway, the southern part, depending on which side you are, and also people from the avenue to be able to go to the highway. As you can see, there's a lot of red showing up, which means we need more ways of divvying the traffic out. So right now there's one way in, there's one way out, and to fix this, I think I redo it. To be honest, I do eventually figure it out, but it takes a while. I do appreciate people that pointed out different things that I could try. I do have a Reddit post that I have active, and I do post in some Facebook groups. So I guess I'll see you guys there. Until the next episode, we're probably gonna work on this thing again. But thank you guys for joining me. This is all the time that we have. It's John Nezodam signing out. If you liked what you see, please be sure to leave a like for more videos like this one. And also, I appreciate if you consider subscribing and help me reach the next milestone. We're very close to 1,400 subscribers. Thank you all for watching. It's John Nezodam signing out. Take care, stay safe. I'll see you in 3 days. Remember, you're essential.